it's your girl Kadisha, and you are tuned into another episode of the Kadisha Show. And today on my show, I'm really excited and overwhelmed because I have an amazing artist, a leading female reggae artist by the name of Claire Angel. How are you?
I'm good, Miss Caddy. Pick up yourself.
In life, while I'm alive, no matter where you treat me, that will send me on my mind. Let me see it all the while. Give me flowers right now, I'm in my smile.
Caddy, big up yourself. It's so nice for you to have me on your show, and I love it. Big up yourself.
You know what? I feel the same way. Thank you so much for coming on. I've got a lot of things to ask you, okay? There's a lot of things I want to ask you. But I want to know, where do you hail from, first of all?
So I hail from the place called Birmingham, Answorth. That's where I come from. So big up all of the Brum town.
Okay. And when did you realise, you know what, I've got a passion for this. I've got talent. When did you realise that?
So my history is kind of like, my dad was a sound man. So I know about the sound system era. And I don't really say that I dealt with the sound, but I was a singer, and my dad's a wicked singer. He sounds like Dennis Brown. Right. So he's the person who first made me hone my craft as a singer. So when I became about 17, I done loads of stuff with school. I was in their presentation evenings and everything. And then when I became about 18, I decided I was going to take it professionally. So then I linked up with a man called Tenor Star. He's from Birmingham, big artist. And he was the one that introduced me to all of the promoters and everybody. So I started to voice some songs, and then that is it. Everything just go.
Who were some of your influences in growing up musically?
My dad.
Oh, just your dad. Was there any?
No, just not my dad, but my dad, my mom, God.
Yes.
You know, Jah.
Okay.
And, you know, I have so many artists that I look up to.
Name one.
It's so hard. All right, Gladys Knight.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought you would mention her.
Because I do reggae, but when I first started doing my music when I was 18, I was doing straight R&B. Right. So Dionne Warwick, you know, Etta James, Patti LaBelle, you know, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, I sing them, Donny Hathaway. These are the singers that I study to hone my craft. So that's why I can probably really sing so good, because it's them artists that I listen to. But however, how I got into the DJing thing, me tell you now, Kadi, I have a real conversation, because enough people ain't going to have this type of interview. So when I was 19 years old, I had a show with Beanie Man. Right. And I thought, I don't just want to go in the show and sing. More and DJ, more and do some little something. So, I put together the lyrics here. I'm say, you know what? There's something I got to do it. But the show absolutely got cancelled. Wow. However, that's when I started to write my DJ lyrics. So I'm a DJ, I'm a singer, I'm a sing J. Yeah. Okay,
so now, look, we weren't going to get to this part so soon, but do you know what? I don't think people are aware so much that you do actually DJ, because there's a lot of singing going on. So just bust one or two little...
Sure. So if I talk about them, low slips, sink ships, yo, chat too much, you lose your rep, you get a fat lip. Clear angel, now walk with witness. How good that you a try sell out me business. Me play a fool, fi catch wise. Cho, me pre them when them a make nice. Them a snake, me don't boast your disguise. And me see you from far with me third eye. Cho.
Oh my God, Claire Angel, you're too bad. All right, listen, I know you do the reggae thing, and we're definitely going to talk a lot about that, but I want to quickly just fast forward to 2018 about the Xfactor, because it was a bit of a shock for me, because I know you're in the reggae scene, and Xfactor is quite commercial. So how did you feel when, you know, the whole crowd and the judges accepted you and loved you for what you did at the first audition?
Well, I need to backtrack, because if it wasn't for Sirleen Braithwaite, she put on a competition called Britain's Got Reggae. Yeah. I don't know if you heard about it.
In 2015.
Yeah, and that's what I won, and that is how I got scouted to go on X Factor, because I never applied. A man from ITV called me and said, Claire, we want you to enter, blah, blah, blah. So it was a beautiful experience, because it's the other side, it's the mainstream side, you know what I mean? And it was beautiful. Obviously, I felt away because I didn't go all the way, but I feel like Dalton Harris that year, that was his year, blood, because his voice is so amazing.
And so is yours, but...
I just feel like, when I hear a time. That was his time.
Yeah.
You understand? And when I went in there with the producers, they all know me. They said, Claire, we've seen you perform. You're amazing. Rah, rah, rah. So I was like, yeah, man, this was a beautiful experience to, you know, when Simon Cowell says, I think that you can be an inspiration, you know, I think. And then when William said, yo, I think that you're the most technical singer that we've ever heard. I got standing ovation from the crowd, standing ovation from the judges.
Yeah, sit on things, standing. I guess if you had won that show, they would have kind of changed you in a way. Were you willing to, when you actually went on that show, were you willing to change?
Well, I think that's why I didn't go through, because on the 6 chair challenge, there was a man called Giovanni, and I got the 6th chair, and he came out, and then the judges, they changed up his hair, they took off his jacket, they molded him and saying, yes, now you look good. And he got my chair. And I didn't even fight for the chair, because I thought, well, yeah, fight for the chair for.
Yeah.
Because they already know. So I just feel like they know that my thing's already seasoned, and there's certain things you're not going to be able to manipulate my brain and tell me how to do this and tell me how to do that. But at the same time, I am up for those kind of professionals, because when we was there, we was in interviews with the top producers for ITV, for the top A&Rs, the top vocal trainers. So it was wicked. That would have made my artistry better. Yeah. But I didn't go. I wanted to get to the house, but I didn't get to the house.
And I guess in that circle, it was more like commercial white people. I mean, and you were fine adapting to that.
Yeah, man, of course, man, because, you know, it's showbiz, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to adapt to it, because it's not going to always be that ghetto standard thing. No. You want to rise to the next level, you know what I mean? And I've done bare prestige gyms. When I started to sing when I was younger, I used to sing for the Lord Mayor and them thing there. So
it's nothing.
Nothing really. So I did want to join the Vice and see if them turn around them cheer.
Yeah.
Have to.
Okay, so I know that, is it Reggae's Got Talent or is it Britain's Got Talent? I was a bit confused.
Reggae, it was.
Britain's
Got Reggae.
Okay, because I heard you sing Jamaica Land We Love on that, and you blew my mind completely. Like, your voice is just so amazing. I just want to pick you up for that. Okay, let's talk singles. Okay, one of my favourite singles from you is A Friend of Mine, and it's a remix, but what made you do that as a remix?
So when I was younger, I always loved Kelly Price. You know, so she's got one of them tough voices, them voice that when me study for be a singer. So I always did want to do the song. And then I have an engineer, a producer in Birmingham. His name's King Spears, and he'd already built the rhythm from a long time. And I always used to tell him that I love that song. So we just did it because, you know what, it's a boom tune. You know, it's a controversial thing as well.
Yes.
I've never been through it, but I just love that song, so that's why I decided to do it.
Okay, and I was quite surprised because another one of mine, I've been through your whole catalogue and there's a lot, but Things of Life, featuring your dad. These Things of Life. Tell me a bit about that. How did that come about? And also your father.
So basically, as I says, I'm a sound baby, so I come from sound system era. My dad was also a singer. He introduced me to enough of the artists, them Loki D, Dennis Brown. So Dennis Brown is one of my artists. I love him so much because, you know, his legacy, his voice is so beautiful. And that is why when I was younger, my dad always used to sing, it's not every day we're gonna be the same way. There must be a change somehow. There are good times and that is the uplifting tune that when you're going through problems and pain and strife in your life. My daddy used to sing that to me, so I decided that, I'm older now, I've got the leeway, we're doing back that song.
You know, I didn't want to talk about me, but you know what? Because Dennis Brown, he is actually my godfather. Wow. Yeah, so much memories there. No, not much, but I was just thinking, because you brought him up, I thought, you know what, I do miss him. So
yes. The man was singing on One Lung, for years. Yeah. He's an amazing. And I remember one of my friends, he sent me a DVD. It's a DVD from the 80s, and he was with Lloyd Park's band. I remember I told you he had this tune called Lips of Wine. Whoa, whoa, lips of wine. Whoa, whoa. When I first heard it, I was like, wow. It's better. Mad. His voice is so amazing.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I've got all them favourite tunes of yours. What's yours? What's your favourite song that you've actually done?
I've got a song called How.
Okay.
How could I live without you? So it's a song about God. So how can we live without God? Also, I love the latest tune that I've just released called Rate Me While I'm Alive.
See, you're fast forwarding this way too. But no, tell me about the new track then, go on.
So basically, big up Peckins, big up Jack Reuben. They're the ones that produced it. Jack Reuben is my manager. Karen, she's my road manager.
Big up Karen.
Big up yourself, Karen.
Yes,
Straight.
please.
Yeah, big up yourself, Jack Reuben. So basically, Peckins sent us the rhythm and we decided to write it. But me and my manager, we wanted to do a song to honour people now before they die. Because, you know, I've sang at so many funerals and everybody I give flowers, everybody I talk about, oh, the person did nice, but there's certain things that you never done in life. So, Kadisha, I want to give you your flowers now.
I want to give you yours.
Right, we in life while we're alive. No matter wait for we gone to say we have our vibes. Yeah, me see it all the while. Give your flowers right now, no matter hide. Yeah.
That's so amazing. All right, listen. So, okay, today, what do you think's your biggest achievement?
Well, I think my biggest achievement is having life, having my kids, and trying to provide for them, and just being who I am. I just think that you just need to be a real person, be real with yourself, be real with the massive them, and you'll be all right.
I mean, listening to that just now, is life been quite rocky then?
Oh, God.
It sounds like it.
Nah, laugh.
Yeah.
Well, heap of things we go through, but we just have to understand that everybody's gone through that, and the amount of people I've buried in the last 3 years, I have to give thanks that I'm here, because the greatest thing in life is that you are still here to make an impact. You still can do better, because tomorrow is not promised to nobody. Time waits for no one, so don't hesitate. And life, fate, forever loving, I mean, not take no breaking.
Yeah. Let's talk about the reggae scene itself, okay? Like, how do you feel it's doing? Do you think it's progressing? Do you think it's lacking? Like, what do you think of the whole reggae scene in the UK?
Well, I think reggae will always be progressive, you know, because it's one of the music that's just global. You know, see, every artist right now are dipping a few thing, but they're not giving us our recognition and our flowers, and that's what they need to do. Give us our recognition for reggae and dancehall. We built it up. So the other day, the African artist was talking about how reggae comes from Africa and blah, blah, blah. And he's not wrong. But the way you're saying it is like you're not paying homage to us. Yes, the beat of the drum. Africa that. Them used to beat that drum then when them runway and them a call it, the slave them for runway to somewhere else and then beat the drum, the slave them here. So the drum and the beat of your art. So yes, me acknowledge that everything come from Africa still. But we make the music. You get me? So give us our just desserts.
Okay, but so you saying that basically reggae and dancehall is basically because the same? It's not, is it?
Can I ask you something? Do you know where the name dancehall comes from?
It's a nice Jamaican.
All right, so I'm going to educate you right now because we learn something new every day. So the name dancehall was a place where you go to listen to reggae music. So like how we have that place now and we set it up with the sound system and that is what you call dancehall. We got dancehall. And then because they had to separate the genres, because obviously certain things with dancehall can't really coincide with things with reggae. Because berries is not a skilly bang. You get what I'm saying? So they had to break up the genre, call it dancehall, call it reggae. But reggae are the daddy, are the mummy. You understand? And that's where it come from.
Have you ever thought about crossing over into dancehall?
A long time I have beer crossover tongue.
But I mean, I think
I can't do dancehall because it requires a lot of stuff that I'm not willing to do. So I'm not going to do it like that. But I feel like I can do clean dancehall that represents, and I've got a song, you know, it's called Dancehall I Love You. Me I listen music, me never trouble you. The music loud, yeah, me never bother you. But you a dancehall, you make it bother you. Dancehall I love. Let me tell you about the music. When them a call dancehall, make girl broke out and yo bad. Dancehall I love you.
Alright, hang on now, hang on, Claire Angel.
Because you know what, the dignitaries in life, the politicians, them, they don't want to deal with dancehall blood. You understand? And it's a bad thing because there's so many artists that are brilliant. Vybz Kartel, that is one artist that I study. Bounty Killer, I study them artists there because them artistry, the things where them put out good, but obviously them have the stigma, them have them, whatever them have. We don't deal with that, we just want to deal with the music. You understand? So that's why I write the song there, because it will show the goodness about dancehall. It not just talk about the negativity.
Because I think when I asked that question, I think I was more thinking about, because there's a lot of slackness in dancehall, and you seem to carry yourself very composed and like respectable, and I'm just thinking, when I asked that, I think I was kind of thinking on that term, would you go to that level where I mean you're shooting a video in a bikini or
Remember, I'm a slim girl. I'm nice.
Cool. Nice. Very nice.
So, I could have go down that road there, but I can't do it. No way, because I've got my kids and I've got the youths them that they're looking up to me, blood. Yeah. And if I even just change my route, because loads of people tell me, oh, Claire, just do a slack song, just start boy your area, and I'm like, why? Why am I going to do that? Yeah. They're already doing that over there. You have to have yin and yang, you have to have the balance. You do that, me I do this.
That's actually true. You're right. So you've worked with many names in the industry. I read up about you. Beanie Man, you shared the stage with Chronix. Who would you say was the best artist that you've worked with?
Frankie Paul.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. I did a show with him, a tour with him about 10 years ago, before he passed. And that's my best friend. It was my best friend. And I done my bit on the show. It was on the London leg, was at the Troxy, and I was upstairs relaxing, and the promoters run upstairs panting. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He's like, Frankie's calling you. He's calling you on stage now. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do on stage? So I come down now, and that was when Jimmy Riley was alive. That is Taurus Riley's dad. Yeah. He was alive. Lukey D was there. It was a whole tour. We were supposed to have some other artists on it, but they never ended up coming. So I've run downstairs now, and we've sang a song together. And then all I've heard is, whoa. I say, Lukey D. Then I say, Jimmy Riley. I say, wow. So, me now say me can't get gassed. That's like a gassing moment.
Yeah, of course.
With the greats, Lukey D, Jimmy Riley, Frankie Paul. Wow. Mad.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's one of the most highlighted things I can talk about. I got loads of other things I can talk about, but that is one of the things that I will never forget, because remember those two, Frankie Paul and Jimmy Riley, they're past now.
Yeah.
So that will never happen again.
Moment. Yeah. Okay, do you feel that in the UK, I mean, like in terms of your music, and do you think you get heard as much as a reggae artist would in the Caribbean? Do you know what I mean? Or do you feel has things changed now because of the internet, or
I just feel like you just have to just get yourself out there. You're going to have, a queen and a king is never honoured in their own town. That's just how it goes. So you just got to get over that and just put out good music. That's all you have to do. I don't really worry about the haters or worry about nobody when no one play my song or whatever. But just continue and do what we do, because you know what, them have to go skip to the beat.
Yeah. Do you know, it's funny you said that, because a lot of artists say that DJs don't play my song. You don't care?
I don't care. You know what? I've had my moments, but I don't care, because you know what? If you're not playing the song, blood, I don't know what to say. You can't force people to do something. And remember, in this business, it's about, sometimes it's the bandwagonist thing, and sometimes it's a thing, if you're not hot, you're not doing certain things. Like when I go to dancehall, I hear certain people's tunes play. They're not playing my song. However, I know that that's just how the game goes. Yeah. So you can't stress out yourself. You just got to go forward and just put out good music, because the music resonates.
That's it.
You get me? When you hear good music and it hits you, you feel no pain.
Do you feel like, because you've done a lot in your career, and very well known, and you've got the talent, do you feel like you get the recognition you are supposed to, though?
Kind of, and kind of not.
Okay.
But as I says, you can't worry about them there. You get me? We just have to do what we do, because you still got the talent. If a man's not playing your song, you still got the talent, innit? You're still here, so you still got to do. And I feel like God's given me this talent that is immense. It's like a very big something to carry upon your shoulder to be a musician, because remember, say music is a thing where. So last night we do one thing yesterday, and I sing I Was Born by the River. And by the time I've sung, I was born, I just hear blah, blah, clap, 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 be nice. I say, you see that?
Yeah.
You see them type of song there? Them resonating at the people, them art. So music is a very powerful, big thing. It's not no joke thing when you're in music. You understand? And that's how I take my music very seriously.
Very serious, yeah. Okay, so like I was going to say, today's music world, talent, it doesn't seem like talent is very much respected in my eyes. It is kind of like what we discussed about women who get half naked and whatever. Do you believe I'm right, or do you think I'm wrong?
I agree with you, because that's my ethos. I can get naked if I want, but you know the virtue, like when you see, all right then, prime example, Obama's wife.
Yeah.
When you see her roll out, blood, she looks so prestige, empressly, and she didn't even show her legs. You didn't even see her skin.
It's true.
You see me?
Yeah.
So there's a way how to do things, you understand? But at the same time, I can't have no problems with the censures, with the this, with the that. They are there to do what they're doing. However, that is not my road, because I wouldn't feel good doing it. I wouldn't be able to execute it. And when you're doing that, you gotta go all out. Look what Spice is doing. Spice is old now.
Yeah.
Not old, but she's
up
getting
there.
on now. You get me? That's why Lady Saw decided that she's gonna leave it, because how long are you gonna be? How much time you get me, to be doing that? You know what I mean? But she's wicked at what she does. Spice is a great artist.
Yeah.
Her work ethnic, some girl can't talk to her.
Yeah.
When it comes to her worth ethnic, she's brilliant.
Yeah.
You understand? She got her kids, she got her family, she got her empire. So I don't put down them type of music, because it got to be there. Remember the Lady Souls were doing it, the Macca Diamonds were doing it, the sister, the Queen Paulas, you get me? They were doing it, you get me? Because it's, but what I don't like right now is like the whole of the men in the industry, and I'm so glad we're having this interview, you know, because I want to talk, and I can't get to talk. Because
talk, we can build there.
You're not supposed to have an opinion, but what I want is that we just make the music brilliant, and just put out the righteous music that's gonna not lead the kids astray. You know what I mean? Put out the music that's gonna lead them. The Bob Marleys, the Peter Toshes, the Garnick Silks, the Dennis Browns. When you listen to their music, it's of substance. It's a music that's teaching you a way of life. You get me? It's making you go a right way. And that is how powerful music is. So when a man comes out with this and that, it's powerful. When a man say, oh, well, me nah no. Basically, he's saying that he hasn't got no responsibility for what he's putting out, how it's influencing the masses. That's foolishness. You can't say that. Of course you have, because music is powerful. Remember that they said basically that God's right-hand man was a chief musician, and he cast him down as the devil.
Okay, so is there anyone that you want to collab with that you haven't actually collaborated with yet?
Well, I'd love to collaborate with Beres Hammond, because I think he's such an amazing artist, an amazing songwriter. And I'd like to do some collabs with a lot of artists, you know what I mean, like Lukey D, Turbulence. Got them have some great voice. Chronics, Marcia Griffiths.
Okay, so you wouldn't go anyone dance or that you Skang, these kind of new ones.
Oh my gosh, you know, say I love it. You see, we was just talking about the slackness and that, but I'm not gonna lie, the man's style's hot, and Skilly Bang, their style is hot. You get me? But they can do that. But I'd love to do it. And do you notice that? Remember when Layla Ike done the song with Skilly Bang? He had to come on her page, so he had to do a righteous tune. So I could go over there. So I would do. It don't have to be straight righteous, cause we can move out of the box, you know. We don't have to do everything rare. But there's certain things that I'm just not gonna deal with.
Right. The Claire Angel. What do you stand for though? I know you're an artist. You're like, what is it that you want to kind of people to kind of know you that you stand for? Is it women empowerment? Is it, you know, what is it?
Well, I just want them to know that we stand for life. From you got life, you can do bare things, and as a female we have to try to uplift the males, uplift the kids, uplift the next females. I feel like females in the business, they're too bad mind. You know what I mean? You need to come together. That's why I'm glad that I'm doing the interview with you, because you're one of the females that I rate. You know what I mean? So all I can say is what I stand for is the goodness and music. You know, I want to put out a message, because I'm like a Bob Marley, I'm like a Peter Tosh. They had a message to give to people. And when I perform, I want it to resonate. A Simon and a Garfunkel, when you hear them perform, they're resonating in you. You don't even have to ask them what they stand for, because when you hear their music, you know what they stand for. Righteousness, good music, putting the powerful love out there. It's all about love.
I mean, like when you mention about the bad mind side and stuff, do you experience that a lot from the females in the UK?
Loads of times, but we don't watch that, because sometimes it's not even that a female's bad mind, it's just that they're going through their own stuff as well. You know what I mean? And you're not going to be savvy to what they're going through, because it's not every woman I got to tell you, say, yo, me, I go through this. Me go through my things too. You get me? In 2000, the pandemic, I lost a baby. You understand? And then I had another baby. My baby's 14 months. So when God takes, God gives back. You understand? How
did you get through the pandemic, by the way?
It was all right, you know, because I was just working. I recorded my EP, which is called Many Moods of Claire Angel. I recorded my mixtape, which is Claire Angel Meets King Jammies, and I was just recording certain tracks like Steen in Love, Ready for We, but that's a record. And I hibernation time, but at the time I was pregnant, so basically I had a bowel operation, and emergency bowel operation because my bowels were broken and clogged.
Right.
And at the time I was 5.5 months pregnant. They had to do the emergency bowel operation, and then the baby passed away about 9 days later. And then about 7 months after that, I got pregnant again with this one, and I was like, Jesus.
Look at that.
God.
God is good. God is good.
Right.
I do want to mention something here though, because whenever I speak to like a certain batch of artists, especially in reggae, they always mention the same people. You get the Stingray records or the Bucky Joes or
I've worked with them
yeah.
as
Is
well.
this the only? I mean,
To be honest, you have to big them up because it is the only entity in London that's going under Stingrays. I've got loads of songs with Stingray. I was at Bucky Joe's yesterday.
Wow.
Well, this is the interview, but
Yeah.
we did there at Bucky Joe yesterday. You get me?
I always big up Bucky Joe because his name's always getting.
Because at the end of the day, he puts in the work with the artist. You see, he's a man that him not even have to gear nothing, you know. He just wants to push the artist, the Anthony Johnsons, the Al Campbells. You get what I'm saying? The Jimmy Londons.
Yeah.
He's there. He's put that studio there for them to have they can, at their beck and call, they can come to the studio, they can voice, they can get their things mastered, mixed and everything. It's brilliant what Bucky Joe does. Big up yourself, Buzzwalk, the ting lock. So my song with him is, whoa, oh, 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 hey, we're off and run the wicked away. And I did Drop Promise with him. So I've got 3 songs with Bucky. I've got Drop Promise, Run the Wicked Away, and Twist and Turns.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so wait, hang on. I want to ask a question because you're really established in this. And I guess when you're recording these and then you're putting it out for distribution, because it's not like how it used to be before where you go out and you go and sell your records and whatever. It's all changed now. Is sales going on, or is it through performance that people make their music now through music?
Well, to be honest, with Spotify, you have to sell like 12 pence. So every time you sell something on Spotify, you get 12 pence. And this is for the mainstream artists. So a girl like me that's probably getting 2,000 hits or whatever, you have to be getting millions of hits. And at the end of the day, I feel like we just need to go back to old school, where you do go in the car and sell your mixtapes and do it like that, because that is the order now. Because Spotify, YouTube, the amount of views you have to get for make a money, you're gonna make a money, but as you just said, is it about that or is it about performances? So the reason why Beanie Man's so brilliant is because he can perform.
Yeah.
The reason why Capleton's so brilliant is because he can perform.
And the reason why Claire Angel is brilliant
because she can perform. So once you can perform, you always have shows, even if you don't even have a hit song.
yeah.
So that's what it's about, the performance, the show that you're giving to the people. So when they go home, they say, wow, that man was amazing, that female was amazing. She uplifted me, she talked to me. Because when you talk to people, you resonate in their spirit. You could be it's like when you're in church, and you know everybody's always been to a church here, and they say, yo, it look like the pastor that talk to me, you know, because I say some things where sound like a me I talk to you. Get a vision. Just like music. When they come on stage, enough times I've done shows, and people, by the time I come off stage, the people are gathering around. I remember I did Rotterdam Festival, and I've done my set, and I come off, and there was this lady, I'll never forget her, me and her friends as well. And she come off the stage, she was backstage, and she was in tears, she was in hysterics. I was like, what's wrong? Oh my God. She was wailing on my shoulder, and I was like, wow, is that what you do to people?
Yeah.
That's why you can't take this thing for granted, man, because that's what you do to people.
I'm sorry, I'm amazed by you. I think it's the first interview where I've just been like looking and listening. All right, so let's talk about your new single. Yes, your new single. I've been listening to it. Yeah, sing a piece of it and then tell me a little bit about it.
Right, we in life while we're alive. No bother wait for it that we say we have a vibe. Yeah, me see it all a while. Give me flowers right now, no bother hide. Right, we in life while we're alive. No bother wait for it that we say we have a vibe. Yeah, me see it all a while. Give me my flowers right now and make me smile. Hey, time waits for no one, so don't hesitate. And life, fate, forever loving and we not take no breaking. If you ever fall out with your loved one, make sure it get resolved before the day done. Cause tomorrow it not promise to no one. If you agree, can they sing? Rate me in life while we're alive. Sure. Nobody wait for we gone to say we have a vibe. Nobody wait till we gone to say we have a vibe. You know, we have the vibe. No.
Your voice just blows my mind. I swear to God. Big up yourself. But why did you write that song though?
So basically, I wanted to write a song because I've sung at probably about 300 funerals in my
like
lifetime.
You said earlier. Yeah.
So I'm saying, me and my manager sat down and I said, you know what, we need to give people their flowers. But what I've noticed we released a song last year in November, and what I've noticed is that if you notice it as well, they're giving everybody their flowers.
Yeah.
And it's because of that song.
Yeah.
They're just not saying, it's because of that song. But Sanchez got his flowers. Mama Nancy's going to get her flowers. They're giving beer people their flowers. And that is what you're supposed to do. Give people their flowers now. Don't wait to them to die. Don't talk about, I love them or this and that. Because you know what? I know people that have passed away and I wasn't right with them. Yeah. And now I still feel away.
Yeah, it's true though.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And really, if it's that bad, then fair enough, it's that bad. But if it's not that bad, then you can patch it up and you can come together.
Yeah.
Do it, because love is all we bring, man.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
And just off topic, I mean, I know you're in the UK. Do you travel to Jamaica regularly to record and stuff?
I haven't been to Jamaica from 2018, but I will be taking a trip very, very soon with my manager Jack and Karen, and we will be going.
I might have to come along as well.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Okay, so what's coming up next for you?
So we have beer things are going. So I'm going to be dropping a new mixtape. I'm going to be dropping some new singles. I'm also going to go on a radio tour because I want to tour the whole of the UK in radio because I've never done it. And I want to work on my album because I've never had an album, so I want to work on that. Also, I want to go Europe. So next year we are dominating one of the show them and Caddy.
Yeah, I'm
you must come on board. Definitely.
Definitely. And before we close this, I wanted to wet your fashion today because, girl, you're looking really hot. Talk to me about it. Talk to me.
Well, we went to this shop called Porter.
Okay.
In Finsbury Park on Fontaine Road. And that's my shop.
Yes.
Pick up them people there.
Pick up Porter.
Because, So we went there and we bought a few items, and it's so funny that Lady Gangster was there the day before, and she took a video blog and everything and rare. So I went to the shop just to buy clothes because I always used to go there with the lady that put on Britain's Got Reggae, which is Serline. Right. So she used to always take me to the shop. So we was in there buying little items, and then she happened to tell them that I'm a singer, blah, blah, blah. She's like, you a singer? So I said, Google me. Googled the Xfactor. Jesus, we'll tell them to do that.
Their promotion.
Weird things.
How important is fashion though with music? How important is that for the two to mix?
The image, you have to get the image right, but I just feel like it's makeup, hair and eyelashes and whatever. That's material things. Easy. That easy for we.
Not for everyone.
Easy for we.
Okay, so any big ups? You want to big up any shout outs?
So, I want to big up all of my family at Birmingham strong. Big up on myself. My love, I can't even do it individually right now, cause if I'm call one name, then I go vex. So I'd like to big up my sons, my Johnny, Tajan. I'd love to big up my beautiful friend Karen. I'd love to big up my manager Jack Reuben, Nathaniel Pete. We have big up the whole of the people them now because at the end of the day, we have to pay homage. You see it? Big up yourself, Miss Caddy.
Yes. Big me up. I just want to say before I go, thank you so much for coming on my show. I mean, you're really one of the most realest artists I've ever interviewed. So big up yourself, and talented as well.
Also tell people if you want to get me, Claire Angel Music on the Insta, on the Facebook, go on my YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a comment, do the door. I'm coming up with some new blogs soon, and I want you to help me do it.
That would be crazy.
God, crazy and never lazy. I think I myself Queenie. I love her bad. You see her, she's like one of them real women. She go through this, she go through that, she did this. But you know what? She's beautiful, blood. You can't get a realist woman than that. Yeah. You understand? And I need to big up my artist Sylvia Teller. You know about Sylvia Teller?
I love her voice.
Yeah. She's beautiful. Amazing lady. Her music is brilliant, and she's one of my mentors right now.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yes, big up Sylvia Teller. I've never met her, but I know the music.
We're gonna arrange that.
I did want to ask about Birmingham. Yeah, what is it like up there in regards to reggae? Because I know London, we accept it. Is Birmingham the same?
Yeah, man, they're receptive and everything, and they've got their, because remember back in the day, Birmingham was a hub for reggae. Everybody come out of Birmingham.
Okay.
So I kind of am in a place where, you know, reggae music thrives. However, we don't have that solid industry. That's the only thing. You know what I mean? So enough artists have to come from Birmingham and go to London. And I didn't really want to do that because obviously you got to represent where you come from. However, London's receptive. London's got an industry. And there's somewhere there.
Yeah.
So wherever the music takes you, it's a universal thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so my mum, she loves your voice, yeah? So right now we are going to end the show, but I would like you to do a little bit of a sing, whatever you dedicate this bit to her, because Empress Jackie, as her name, so yeah.
Big up yourself, Empress Jackie. I know you will like this song. You held me in your arms and made love to me, yeah. Ooh, you, my heart's desire. So I go cut it.
Wow.
Hey, we're still in love on the side. Still in love on the side. You don't belong to me, and I don't belong to you. Till we're together. If that's enough for you, I have to do another one for you, Jackie. How could I be ungrateful after all the things Jah has done? Jah ain't gonna break my promise to Jackie. Yeah, ain't gonna break my promise. Mad.
Oh my God, it's my show, Clay. No, big up, Mum. She would love. Well, I just want to say thank you again for coming on. I'm your girl, Kadisha. This is indeed Claire Angel. Big up yourself. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Shorty B from BBC Radio, One Extra. And I got my friend up here today.
Anytime you don't know me, I up the one them called Kadisha.
For days, talk about representing for the Kadisha show.
Yo, even if we start creating or represent Kadisha, I think we go for it.
Jenna. Yeah.
I was watching the video that I said, big up Kadisha. When she nice and so she go on.
Got my friend, I'm long time.
When it's Christopher Ellis, tune into the Kadisha show, you get me?
Kadisha, CMR said, big up yourself, anytime.
Kadisha, it's the Kadisha show. Them if you know, hey, it's the angel again.
Kadisha show, sleep not, no.